begin juggling, using slippers though because I don't have juggling balls. For as long as I can remember, I've been bad at juggling. I found it impossible. Until one day, I found out that I didn't need to use my hands, but instead I could use my feet. And today, folks, I'm going to be teaching you how to juggle using your feet. Juggling is a skill used in soccer, and I've been playing this sport for 16 years, but it wasn't until recently that I began to juggle. In my speech today, I will first start off by telling you the setup in which you need prior to juggling. Then I will teach you how to create the perfect backspin on the ball. Then I will help you find the perfect height in which to juggle at, and finally I'll teach you some skills. So to start off, we won't even use the ball yet, it's all about setup. Juggling is about keeping the ball in the air, and having said that, sometimes it goes in crazy directions. So you want a nice open space to juggle in. Second is the proper footwear. You want to wear gym shoes or cleats because that has a smooth surface on it, which allows the ball to easily glide on your foot and help it have the perfect backspin. You want to avoid juggling barefoot or in shoes that have extra grip because that will stop the ball from sliding off your foot. Next, you will need the proper ball. So you want a ball that has a little bit of give to it, like that. You don't want to have a ball that's too deflated, or else when you go to flick it, which is the motion involved in having the right backspin, it will instead just puncture it. And you don't want it to be too inflated, or else the ball will be too heavy and you'll get tired easily. After the ball, you want to have the right stance. You want to stand with your legs shoulder width apart and your legs slightly bent in order to create mobility, because the ball is going to be going in a little different directions here and there. And finally, people sometimes forget about this, but you need the right mentality. Juggling is a hard skill to learn, and it involves a lot of time, effort, and practice. It's going to be frustrating at times, so you just want to keep an open mind and a clear head while juggling. Now we will actually physically touch the ball. So I will now teach you how to create the perfect backspin on the ball. And the backspin is what helps you control the ball and keep it within vicinity. And in order to do that, it's actually just a simple flick of your foot. So to begin, for beginners, I would say hold the ball in your hand and then drop it onto your foot and then just try to kick it back up. Try to find that backspin on the ball. So, just like that. And you want to make sure to alternate feet too. Use your left foot and use your right foot, because eventually you're going to be using both. So after having said that, I'm now going to tell you at the perfect height in which you need to juggle at. You don't want the ball, when you kick it, to go too high, or else it's hard to control. And you don't want it to be too low because your feet aren't fast enough to keep up. So you want it to be around hip height. And I'm going to show you a video now of me juggling. And if the ball, sometimes it can get away from you, and in that case, you can just use your other body parts or your thighs to help you. So here is a video of that. So here's a video of me juggling. See, it's around hip height, and then it gets a little too close, so I use my thigh. All right. And after learning the basic skills now, and after practicing, you can start to incorporate some tricks. And actually, one of the easier tricks is simply starting with the ball on the ground and getting it up in different ways. So this one is called the flick. All you do is start with your foot on top of the ball, and when you roll it back and until your foot reaches the ground, you're going to flick the ball up. So it should look something like this. And that's that. Some more complicated forms of juggling is when you actually perform a trick in the middle of your juggling. One of them is called a jester, and that's when you actually jump kind of over the ball, one foot over the other. And that is a skill I actually have I finally have mastered. So here's that. There's that. And then another form of trick is actually called the around the world, and here's a professional doing that because I've not yet mastered that. So there is that trick. And whether you're good at tricks, you're bad at tricks, juggling is very important. And actually, in an article written by Eric Friedlander, a trainer from rickfittraining.com, said that juggling will help you develop a relationship with the ball, as well as improve your timing, spatial understanding, touch, motor coordination, balance, body control, and leg strength, which will all in combination build your confidence. So in conclusion, I've taught you how to juggle. Remember the basics. First, your setup, get your right attire, your right space, your right mindset ready, and then focus on getting the right backspin on the ball, try to keep it at hip height, and then after practicing, you can start to incorporate some tricks. And today it's a beautiful day outside, so I encourage everyone, I challenge you to go out, practice, try your best, and let me know what your personal record is. Thank you.